Hello, thanks for stopping at my channel. My name is Adele, and if this is your first time here, hit the subscription button below and give me a like. This is the second half of Leo, from the 1st to the 23rd till the planet leaves that sign, and go into another sign. I would love to do every sign in the month of Leo, but I just don't have the time. So if you're interested in a private reading, the information is listed below. However, on Monday through Fridays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I answer one question free, and on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the phone number is listed below, as well as my email on how to contact me. And you can also leave a comment, and how you do that, scroll down to the end of the page. You're going to come past other videos, but keep going and you will see the comment section down below. This is for the second half of Leo from the 1st to the 23rd. But if you are from the first half of Leo, which is from the 23rd to the 31st, Leo is Leo. I don't care where you fall on that spectrum, you are still a Leo, which means that man cannot get ahead of the sun. And regardless of what degree it is, you are still a Leo. So some of the same interpretations that I'm giving for the second half of Leo will also apply to the first half, and the first half to the second half. So just listen to see if it's happening for you. You have the Sun, Venus, Mars, and the Moon at this time in the first house. This has been a busy time for you, and as I had said in the first half of Leo, that when Venus came into that house, which she's there now, it would give you some relief from all the aggressive energy that you've been feeling, where you felt overwhelmed and everything had to be done just now, just right now. I even suggested to slow down when you're driving, and I'm still going to say that you're moving too fast. It seems as if a lot of the aggravation that you found yourself under has come from, some of it's come from family situations, some of it's come from property situations, that you've just felt overwhelmed. I've got to do everything, nobody's helping. Well, Mercury has gone direct, and for those of you who were trying to sell property, I think the paperwork and everything has straightened itself out, and you'll be able to move forward on that now. So calm down. Things are working themselves out, as you can see. Venus will soon be moving into your second house in the sign of Virgo, which means that a lot of those issues for property will have been settled by now, and you will have some money in your bank account. So that's really a good thing, isn't it? So I think that should make you kind of happy. So coming to the fourth house, we don't have any planets in that fourth house, but Uranus is at the midheaven, reflecting over into that fourth house, and so is a asteroid that I have placed in that house, Vesta, which is kind of a frustrating time when it's in bad aspects to other planets, and it has been to Mars. So you've been just kind of upset about your career and family situation. As I said before, I think it has more to do with property, but also you've been just a little bit upset with other members of your family. So calm down, because some of these members of your family that you're a little bit frustrated with, who are very dear to you, they can't help where they are at this time in their lives. So be patient. That's what you have been dealing with, trying to be a little bit more patient, and I think you'll be able to accomplish some of that now. Coming to the fifth house, we have Jupiter in that house in the sign of Sagittarius, and this is a fun house for Jupiter to be in, and it's in the sign of your children, your siblings, some of them. So enjoy your family and enjoy your children. And you know what? I think I see grandchildren coming too for some of you Leos, little boys maybe. So get ready, it's on the way. Over in the sixth house, we have the big boys over in this house, which is Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node. And of course, the South Node has the nature of Mars, Wherever you find Saturn, it demands that you take care of whatever's in that house. This is the house of your health. This is the house of your diet. So make sure that you take care of those two issues above all others. The other things over here might have to do with tenants that you might have been dissatisfied with, or co-workers. Don't worry about them. They're on their way out anyway, especially some of these tenants and co-workers. So things are getting ready to change over there too. Into the 7th house, on the 15th, we're going to have a full moon in the sign of Aquarius, which has to do with a separating aspect here. So some things are going to be separating out of your life, and some will be good, and some will be things that's just meant for them. It's time for them to go. So just hold your hat. Don't get all upset about it. You'll do just fine. The sun has always been very gracious to Leo. It operates there better than any other sign. So you'll be okay. Neptune is over in the 8th house. And the 8th house has to do with other people's resources. So this is the house of other people's resources, but by no planets being right now in your 2nd house, your 2nd house can take a reading for that, which means that someone might ask you to borrow money, so be very conscious of that. And it might be somebody very close to you. So be very cautious of how much you loan them, when you expect to be paid back, because see, they might get into the position where they cannot pay you back with this Neptune over here. So be very cautious of that. Also, this is a house of debt, and I do see that you have been working, clearing some of this up, and you've been doing a pretty good job of it too. Because I think you've been trying to get some property over here, and you found that you had ran into some roadblocks here because of past debt that you had. So keep working on it, and you're going to get it accomplished. Some of it has to do with internal revenue, old issues are there, maybe school loans, but those things have a way of really piling up on you. So just make arrangements if you can't do it all at one time, but it will work itself out. Coming to the 10th house, we have Uranus in that house, and I have put an asteroid in that house, Vesta, to try to account for some of this frustration you find yourself in your career. And one of them being that you have been very loyal in this job. You brought different ways to do things. You've even had to take the leadership role here, but you don't feel that you have been compensated fairly. You've had to work some hours that you didn't like, just call you right now, you got to come. You want to make a change, and now is a good time for you to make a change. And let me say something about this. Some of the same things that I'm saying here will also apply to Taurians, and some of this will apply to Aquarians, because Aquarians are going through some of these same issues, and so are Taurians. But however, just, don't make your move too soon. Make sure that you know where you're stepping when you make that change. But with Mercury having gone direct, this is a good time for you to make a change, and you will find something that you like. And I think by, let's just say by the end of September, I think you'll be much more happier in your career than you are at this time. So until next time, when I read this, just make sure that you have made the right decision here. And over in the 11th house, it's an empty house, but by reflection, Jupiter can take a reading, reflect in this house. So this house can take a reading from Jupiter. And I love this Jupiter reflecting in this house because, as I have said about relationships, when some of them are going, others are right over the hill. I do believe there's already a relationship in your environment. You might have been ignoring this person. But I like this house because this is the house of where love is received, where the person might love you more than you love them, but you will grow to care a great deal from them. So if you've been kind of hesitant for the people that you meet, make sure that you accept all the invitations that come your way, because I believe this person is already in your environment. So, watch out. It could be coming as much sooner than later. In the 12th house, we have Mercury in the sign of Cancer, which has gone direct in this house, which I told you had much to do with papers and documents regarding property. So some of this has cleared up, and you'll be able to move forward on, closing the deal now. And I believe that you'll get a decent price for your property, too. Because Jupiter's making nice aspects to your Mars from the 1st house. having to do much with this property, which has caused some frustration for you. So until next time, make sure to tell your friends about the channel and enjoy the rest of your summer.